to the University of Miami. This is my old college campus, and I thought I would come back so that I could gain a little bit of inspiration for this video. A lot of you have asked me questions about my career. How did I choose it? What college did I go to? What college major did I have? How did I know that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life? And so I thought that in order to answer some of those questions, I would make a video to at least open up the conversation for this topic. So this video is 4 things that I wish someone would have told me before I graduated college. So number 1, you don't have to have your entire life planned out by the time you're 21 years old. I really wish that somebody would have told me that before I graduated, because it would have taken off so much pressure. During your senior year, you have so many friends that are probably getting job offers, and then there you are not knowing what you wanted to do. At least that was my experience. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some people who absolutely know what they want to do before they graduate. For example, my brother was one of those people. He knew exactly what he wanted to do when he was 10 years old. And here I was just bopping around, doing a little bit of everything, because I really didn't have anything specific that I was like, yes, this is my life's calling. It took me a really long time to figure that out. So at 21 years old, if you don't have a trajectory of the next 40 years of your life, that's okay. I highly suggest spending, a few years learning about yourself, learning about the world, getting some life experience. When you're 21, let's be honest, there are a few of us who have experienced life the way that we want to by the time we're that age. And so your early 20s especially, you should just take that time to do whatever the heck you want. Like if you want to travel the world, backpack through Europe, go join the Peace Corps, whatever that is, I think that is a good idea. You learn so much about yourself through those experiences. And how you know yourself and how you're showing up to the world is really part of being a functional member of society. Tony Robbins actually says that self-awareness is a rare commodity. And I highly agree with that, because most people don't know about themselves. They don't know their strengths. They don't know their weaknesses. They don't know, what kind of person they are. They don't know what kind of person they want to be. And so you don't really know that until you've taken the time to explore the world and how you are showing up in it. So if you don't know what's going on at 21, and if you don't know what you're going to do after graduation, that is okay. And you have to be able to tell yourself that is okay. It gives you a little bit of forgiveness so that you don't feel pressured upon graduation day. Don't compare. It's just as simple as that. Don't compare. And this is something that I struggled with for so long. I am just a really competitive person. It's actually one of my strengths. And I'm going to go over this book that changed my entire life next week. I'm going to do a full-on book review. But competition is something where you just want to compare yourself with every single person, and that was me. I had classmates who were getting amazing offers from so many amazing companies, and who were moving to different states, who were moving to different countries, and had all these great opportunities ahead of them, and here I was, still not knowing what I was going to do. And so it just made me feel some kind of way about myself. I felt like, well, gee, I'm doing the exact same thing that they're doing. I have the same grades, I have the same opportunities, and yet still I have nothing ahead of me. And it wasn't necessarily that I was jealous of the job that they were getting. I was just really jealous of the fact that they knew what they wanted to do and I didn't. And I thought that meant that there was something wrong with me. And that's just not the case. I really just was not ready to, figure out what I wanted to do yet. There was a lot of stuff that I had to learn about myself, like I talked about in number 1. There's a lot of stuff I needed to learn about the world, like I talked about in number 1, before I could even begin to think about what I wanted to do as a career path. So number 2, really simple. Don't compare yourself to others. Just remember that your path is going to be different than your best friends, than the person up the street, than Susie, than Johnny, and you don't have to do everything that they're doing, and that doesn't make you any less than, and it doesn't make you any more than. You have your own life to live, and I highly suggest that you do just that. The third thing I wish somebody would have told me is to not manipulate and to not try and make my life something that I thought that it should be, which is what I did for so long. I just kept doing all of these things thinking that, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. I went to college, so now I'm supposed to get a job. And then I went to grad school, so now I'm supposed to do this. And honestly, the more I did that, the more unfulfilled I felt. I wasn't really following my heart. I was following my head. And so I would definitely say, if you are in a place of manipulation, just let go for a little bit. Follow, what your heart's desire is. When I gave it up a little bit and I said, you know what, I'm not going to try and control my life, and I just gave it to God and I said, God, let's try this your way. Because every single plan that I had, it's not that it was failing, it's just that it wasn't really giving me the satisfaction that I thought that it was going to give me. So when I just let go and let God, things started to happen for me. It was like magic, literally. Like within 6 months, my entire life changed. I had all this vision of insight, and I had all these things that I was super duper excited about because I stopped manipulating my life and I started doing what I thought God wanted me to do instead of what I thought I was supposed to do. And this leads me to my next point. Learn the art of intuition. Some people call it the Holy Spirit, some people call it their conscience or their inner guide. Whatever it is God's gift to you. Learn how to trust that and how to align your purpose with it. If you've ever watched Scandal and you see Olivia Pope and she's talking about, my gut tells me, that is exactly what I'm talking about. And it's no small feat to learn how to trust your intuition, believe me. We have so much chatter going on. We have our parents talking to us and our teachers and our managers and our friends, and there's so much in society that we hear. It's really hard to quiet that down and listen to the inner peace and that inner stillness that we can get. This is why I always talk about the importance of knowing yourself, because then when you do that, then you can definitely navigate through that and you can separate, is this something that I've heard in society? Is this some sort of expectation that is placed upon me? Or is this really my heart's desire? Is this really something that I feel like God is telling me? So, having said that, just practice it every now and then. It's not easy, and like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I promise that once you have gained the art of learning to trust your intuition, life will be so much better. So that's it, guys, the 4 things I wish someone would have told me before I graduated college. I hope that helps you, and I hope it answers some of the questions that you guys have been asking me. But if not, don't worry, because I have some other videos coming up that hopefully will. So take what resonates with you in this video and then just leave the rest. Congratulations to the class of 2014, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Why I have this sudden urge to have to hit the ground. No,